Hey guys, it's Mike again with Uncle Dad's Apocalypse Garage. So again, we're going to be working on the road pig today. This is going to be a variety of things we're going to be doing, trying to get a road worthy for the trip to Aftermath. Just going to be a number of things we're going to be doing. Checking all the fluids, putting fluids in the differentials, both front and back. I've got a rear wheel cylinder to replace. Just some odds and ends things to touch up on. You guys seen in the last video that I finally got it fired up. Yeah. So anyways, all right. So that's what we're going to be doing. So stay tuned. All right, guys, not really a whole lot to show you, honestly, what's going on here. But like I said, putting the fluids in the front and rear differentials, pretty straightforward. You know, you got the little fill plug down there, fill it up until it starts to ooze out a little bit, cap it back off, you're good to go. So we're working on the rear driver's side wheel cylinder now. So I'll flip you around here real fast and show you again. You know, this is pretty basic mechanic stuff. But anywho, let me flip here, see if I can flip it around. All right, here we are on the back side. Like I said, this wheel cylinder right in here, hang on, let me see, right there. Sorry, right here. That bleeder nut right there stripped out. So couldn't get it to, couldn't get the hold pressure. So anyways, we'll take these off, take these two bolts out, and then come around here and take this wheel cylinder out. Hopefully I don't have to dismantle the entire brake system. All right guys, pretty easy so far on this right here. I mean, like I said, this is just simple brake stuff. So there's the spring right here that holds the brake shoes together like that. You just take that one off. This loosens up enough where you can pull the wheel cylinder straight out of here, take out the two little push pins or whatever these things are called that goes in the wheel cylinder. We're going to slide this back in, button it up. This is probably, you know, the easiest brake job I've ever did. So, all right, just a little thing there for you. All right, guys, like I said, pretty straightforward. Slid the wheel cylinder back in there, slide the spring back on, bada bing, bada boom. There you go. You can stop it. So, and then, like I said, go around the back side here, put in your two bolts. That's not. Come in here and put in your two bolts. This side over here, this side right here. And then you might leave them a little loose so you can get your brake line kind of in there, okay? All right, so we're all back together. We're gonna bleed this thing out and put it back together. Hopefully this thing will stop. Okay. All right, you guys, well, got the brakes bled. It looks like I literally bled somebody out down here, but we've got good pressure everywhere, so that's good. Hey, cool, the differential's not leaking. That's nice. Anyway, brakes are good to go. That's another check mark off the list. I am going to now go over here to the drive shafts. You know what's going to happen. They're going to get the wire wheel treatment, going to get a paint job, and I'm going to replace those universal joints there, and I'm going to replace those universal joints on that one. I think the rest of them are okay. I'm satisfied with them. They'll be all right. And we'll go from there. So anyways, like I said, next scene you will see is this thing will be all sanded down or wire wheel down, and then we're going to paint it. I don't know what color I'm going to paint it yet. So I'm going to go something different. Orange, red, black, who knows. All right guys, like I said, we got our wire wheel down. Looks a whole lot better. Took all the grease off, took some rust off, and now we're going to shoot it with a little bit of paint. So what color should we go with? Well, boom, this is what I've got. Red, because red goes faster. Okay, we'll paint it. All right, guys, there it is. Drive shaft, painted. All right, we're gonna take off the tape, slap it up underneath the vehicle, and see what's going on. Oh no, I got a scratch on it. Damn it. All right, anyways, we'll get that up here, make it look good. All right, guys, I thought I'd make it a little bit more interesting here. You know, looks like some kind of military caution, something or another thing. Anyways, something silly. All right, guys, we'll take you on here real fast to show you the drive shafts. Bam! Caution. Be careful. And there's another one. Drive shafts are installed. Looking pretty good. Alright, just a quick one. Oh, my filming sucks. Alright, guys, next thing we're going to do is put on this throttle cable bracket. Like I said in the other video, my throttle cable bracket did not work. Again, when we switched from the TBI to a carburetor, the throttle cable was way too long, so now we got to make some adjustments. Anyways, we're going to slap this on. This is the Spectre Performance part number 24283. I got it at the O'Reilly's, so thanks for that. And here we go. So I'm going to put this on. I'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards. All right, guys, got that throttle cable put in now. I'll probably got to do some fine tuning, adjusting to it or whatever. Hopefully you can see it. It's awful shiny in there with the rest of everything that's all shiny. So, all right, so everything looks pretty good to me. I think I'm gonna fire this thing back up again real quick and check out the throttle response. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I didn't start a second ago. Well, the choke was all the way down on one. I'll open the choke up some. Anyway, keep running again. All right, you guys, we are going to start on the wiring harness. I've got it run through here, coming on this side over here. I've got my ends ready to go, and I've got what is it? This end right here that I cut off because I made it real easy when you can take the front off. Anyway, got to put some ends on this, plug and play, good to go, rock and roll. Oh, and check this out. I made a little. I know a lot of rat rod guys kind of do this stuff, but I made me an overfill jug. Boom! Made that out of a Kentucky bourbon bottle. Thought that turned out pretty neat myself. Let's see. Oops. Well, guys and gals, you're not gonna believe it, but looks like I murdered a brake cylinder, brake. I just murdered brake fluid, I guess. Anyways, okay, so here's the deal. Whew, my goodness, going through this truck, I cannot. This brake caliper is shot. Dang it, again. I'm for real, seriously, trying not to buy every new piece and part on this thing, but it's just not working out for me. So, guess what? Now I'm going to get brake calipers, and I'm going to get pads while I'm in here. Anyway, the saga continues. You would never think that a rat rod would cost this much to get on the road, or a wasted vehicle to get this much on the road. But anyways, good lordy, I'm glad this ain't a new vehicle, because these rotors ain't too, or these calipers ain't too bad. So let's take them off, get them to town, and get some new ones, I guess. All right, I'm gonna have a brand new 89 Suburban for sale if somebody's interested, by the way. All right, later. Take you in here real quick. I got the gauges all hooked up. Sorry. They're working good. I got good oil pressure. I got good voltage. And the temp gauge is working. So that was like the last little step I wanted to get done before we take it out for a test drive. Woo. Might need to turn the idle down a little bit. Bring you around it. Oh God, hit the mirror. Anyway, hopefully you can hear me. No leaks, no runs, no airs. Everything's looking pretty good. I'll let it run here in the shop for about 10 minutes. Fire's right up every time. I'm real close, really close. I think tomorrow, it's dark tonight. I don't have any headlights on it yet, so I can't take it out for a drive. Well, I could, but you know, I'm not. So hopefully tomorrow or over the weekend, I'll get to shake this thing down. All right, guys, there we go. Got some new eyeballs. Because, you know, I forgot to change the light fluid in this one here. The bright light fluid went out on me, so I had to go ahead and swap it out. Got some LED lights, and so I don't have to worry about the bright light fluid no more. All right, good deal. Test run down the road. Been 5 years since this thing's been on the road. Driving, well, actually longer than that. As far as being licensed. We got to get some wipers going. I ain't got no wipers. I ain't got no wipers. Brakes are working great. Something's rubbing. See if my brother-in-law heard the mating call. Guys, let's take her back down the house. It's kind of raining a little bit. I ain't got no wipers. Oh, forgot. Ain't got no shocks on it neither. So that's the thing. Everything else seemed to be doing pretty good. Calm down a little bit. I get some gas in it, and I got some treatment stuff to put in the tank, so we'll do that. Like I said, that's up and running now, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. guys can see the big smile on my face right about now. I look like the Joker. I can't see a dang thing. I ain't got no wipers. Damn, I can see better through my phone than I can through the screen. So yeah, we'll get back here to the house and get it put back together. And I gotta check out, I ain't got no headlights for some reason. We'll figure that out. Anyway, running good. Running a little high, idling a little high. Figure that out. All right, let me get out of here before I kill myself. All right, guys, just real quick, another just kind of, I don't know, update video or whatever. We took it for a test drive the other day, just down the road real quick. There's a few things I need to work on. I think I mentioned in the other video, I've got to get the headlights working. That's a big one. I don't have any wipers. That's also kind of important. Because it was raining the other day and I couldn't see nothing. So we've got that, headlights. I've got shocks to install. I was going to reuse the old shocks, but for whatever reason, they come up missing. So yeah. So anyway, I went ahead and picked up a set of Rough Country shocks. Not really sponsored by them or anything. However, I did contact Rough Country today and they asked me something about wanting to be an ambassador, so I'm gonna check into that and see what that's all about. But anywho's, I picked up some of their N3 shocks here for the Road Pig, and we're gonna check them out, see what they're all about, see if they're any good. I've used Rough Country on the Punisher also. The Punisher has a complete Rough Country 6-inch suspension lift kit with shocks and front stabilizer, shocks too, whatever they're called, suspension dampening shock, whatever. Anywho's, so yeah, like I said, we're just doing some touch-up stuff. I've got to also go through here and get the idle set a little better. It's idling kind of high. And then, like I said, we're just plugging away on a few little touch-up items here. So I'll keep you posted on anything exciting that's taking place, and we'll just keep pushing through. Alrighty, and here real quick, this is going to be a bumper that I'm going to put on this thing. It's a beast. So, yeah, there's that. I think it came off a Dodge or something like that. I've got to do some modifications to it and whatever. A buddy of mine actually gave me that bumper. I thought that was pretty dang cool. I put a word out to all my car friends on the social medias, and he called me up and said, "Hey man, we're going to drop a bumper off to you." So here it sits. Completely free. I was completely amazed by his generosity. So anyway, I'm going to make this thing look all wasted out and slap it on the front of this behemoth, and we'll go from there. So, all right, here we go. Pretty sharp. You guys probably seen it previous pictures, all that sheet metal is just a street sign that I shine down or whatever, wire wheeled, I'm sorry. Now that I've got my dash in, I'm gonna move those to my fuel pump and the indicator up here a little higher. I think it'll look better. Anyways, that, like I said, I've got everything wired in, looking good. I got my headlight switch and I got a dome light switch here. That's pretty cool. Mood lighting, and this will be my turn signal when I figure those out. But yeah, everything's doing pretty good. Come out here, like I said, these LED headlights are badass. These things look good. That's on, that's dim too. But yeah, this bad boy's ready to go. So I've got driving lights. I'm not for sure if I've got brake lights yet. And I've got one turning signal. So, but that's still on the column. My column's kind of messed up where I welded on the quick release steering wheel. I welded and messed all that up inside, so now I got to figure out the turn signal. So all I've got right now is a left turning signal. The right don't work, which I think is kind of hilarious. I don't think it works. Yeah, no, it's not working. It's not working. I think I'm missing the light bulb up here, so I know that don't work. Anyway, now I got a few more things to figure out. Man, she's running good, sounding good. Sounds really good. See if we can get the leg up in here. Give it a little bit of. Get off here. Like I said, it's been a mess trying to get that dash wired in and everything. Like I said, I pretty much gutted the entire truck. So there we go. Get closer. All right, guys and gals, this is going to be the last little clip on this video here. There was a lot going on in this video. Tonight was the last build night I had on this vehicle before we loaded up and go to Aftermath. Almost said Wasteland. That's a dream. Anyways, let me zoom out here. So, I mean, I've been busting tail on this thing. I haven't done a lot of videoing because it's just been short. I mean, time-wise. Got the luggage rack installed up here. Sorry for the lighting, it's not very good. Nice and dark, but you know, I've got jerry cans up there, you know, so you guys will see this when we get to Aftermath or whatever. Got the rear bumper installed. Got that all on there. Oh God, hang on a second. Okay. Inside here, I got my toolbox mounted. Got my spare tire mounted. Of course, we know about the fuel excess hole. And sorry for the poor lighting. It is late on a work night. I'm just trying to get this thing done as best I can. Like I said, it's been a mad dash for Aftermath. Got the door panels in here. Those turned out to be pretty good. Other side over there in the front. Door panels, you can see all those. There's the dash. It all turned out good. Even the kick panels down there on the bottom, you can see those. Yeah. Cup holders. Like I said, guys, I mean, at this point here, I'm only about 50% done on what I want to do with this rig. So considering I've just more or less started on this about 2 months ago, I've done a crap ton of work. I mean, between the motor, getting it all cleaned up. Everybody remembers that. So, like I said, yeah, it has been just balls to the walls. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, custom dash, redid all that. You know, steering column, everything, you know, because this was a parts truck for the Punisher, and I stole everything off of it. And basically I had to go back and put everything back in. You know, brakes, brake lines all the way around. I mean, my goodness, shocks. I mean, you guys have seen all the videos. Y'all have seen all the videos. Let me open up the hood real quick. Again, there's the shiny diamond in the big turd. But anyway, like I said, this was the last build night, basically. I got a few more little tweaky things I want to do. I want to wire up the electric choke, do that, and I may put a disconnect on this battery. And then I need to do one little thing and check the rocker arms and make sure that they're all nice and adjusted like they're supposed to be. I'm having a little bit of problems under power going down the road. It's wanting to spit and sputter a little bit, and I'm not for sure what's going on with that. So I've checked all the plug wires and things like that. Everybody's nice and tight. I don't think I've knocked anything loose up on the distributor, but I'll recheck that again. But I may have to have a buddy come down and help me kind of get that going on. So anyway, just slapped on this grill real fast on the front, just some expanded metal, just to give it some little bit of a finish. Slap the deer skull on there. Like I said, it's not like I want it, but you know, it is what it is at this point. So I didn't have time to get the bumper on there. Again, just between things popping up and commitments and, you know, kids needing help with stuff and everything else. But anyways, just all excuses basically. And to be honest with you, last week was a bust. It was cold and rainy up here in Kentucky. I wasn't feeling good. So I practically lost a week on the build. We did get some stuff ready for Aftermath. We got our camp kit all put together, tent and all that jazz. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off the subject here about the truck. So there, I mean, it is what it is right now. This is where we are. So, like I said, you can't even see the luggage rack in here, but all right, guys. So I'm going to close this video out. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this build process. I'm not done yet. We're going to continue on. But if you did like it, man, comment for me. I'm not getting a whole lot of responses. I wish that, folks would respond more maybe, or thumbs up, middle finger. I don't care at this point, to be honest with you. But I do enjoy when folks talk and comment with me. It's pretty cool. So if you haven't subscribed, I mean, go ahead and subscribe too. It's free. All you gotta do is hit that like button, or hit the subscribe button, sorry. It's not gonna cost you nothing. It ain't gonna do me no good. I mean, but I'd like to. I mean, it'd be kind of cool. I'm still trying to reach 500 followers, to be quite honest with you. But, again, at the end of the day, I'm doing this out here to have fun, tinkering around in the garage. And, these videos are going to be forever as long as YouTube's a thing. And, my kids are always going to have something to watch, to remember me by, I guess, if anything ever were to happen. So, not to get dark, let's go ahead and lighten this subject up. But again, subscribe. That way I won't have to give you the heartache. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody. Next video you'll probably see will be just, activities and things down at Aftermath and, all the fun that's going on down there. All right, guys, we'll talk at you later. This is Mike with Uncle Dad's Apocalypse Garage. See you in the wasteland.